Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Walking and talking with my mind. Walking and talking with my mind, stayed on spirit. Walking and talking with my mind, stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living, Simi Valley. How many of you, what's up, Rev? How many of you spend time during the singing watching Elaine? Is she just so bright and, I think it was the drama teacher coach thing. It just, because you exude such pleasure and joy when you're singing from the stage. I love it. Yeah. Just got to acknowledge the major L in the house. Oh my goodness, what is Angel giving me this morning? Oh, another band. Okay, one more band to put on the wrist. Thank you so much. All right, so what have we got to remind you guys about? This is so cool. This season for nonviolence. January 30th through April 4th. The dates I love, the 64 days I love. The reason for the dates, not so fun. You know the reasons for the dates, right? The assassination date of Mahatma Gandhi, the assassination date of Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So we want to, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s son, Dexter, this week. So this is the month where we're going to talk about being the change. And our practitioners, those folks that are here to hold the high watch and to sit in prayer for us, are going to anchor this season for us so we can all communicate that throughout our communities and our individual communities throughout the next 64 days. So stand by. Elaine's launching it later this morning with her courage, because this is the week to express courage, do something courageous. And Diane and Pat put a display out in the lobby. You may see that. It started out, the idea was going to be a love tree for Valentine's Day, but it's morphed into a love tree for the season of nonviolence. So you'll see these little pink hearts on the table next to it. We're writing affirmations of love for the world, or affirmations around nonviolence for the world. We're going to post them on the wall. We have so many on the wall, we're going to have to go to the next wall. We're going to just fill this up. And then as you go by, if you come in each Sunday, go over to the wall and read those affirmations, and read them with the power that affirmations hold. Right? And know that our vibrational energy can indeed change the world. It's true. The reason it doesn't happen, we don't believe it. But as we believe it, we will see those shifts. And they may just happen individually in your own life. It may be the cousin who you had a fight with 20 years ago that calls you up and says, I still don't like you, but I feel like calling anyway. Or it just may be that your day goes along smoothly. Or you may be in the experience of someone else's turmoil, and suddenly you see healing happen over there, and you were just in the space. That's the vibrational energy. What? We're made of water, right? We're stardust, vibrational light energy that has come into a physical form mixed with water. And those are two very, what do I want to say? They're very, well, no, the word, I can't think the word right now, but the idea I'm trying to express, I'm going to use a lot more words to say it, they're both very available to vibrational changes. The frequency of water can shift with just a little tunk, and now it's vibrating, or a plunk of a pebble, and a new ripple is happening. That same thing happens with light energy. You just put something in the middle of the light energy, and the light energy will change and go around it. So we have the power to make that change just being who we are, reading these affirmations. And if you want to, boom, up-level your vibrational energy, come to the sound bath on Friday night. How about that for a segue? Yeah. Friday, February 2nd, Renee's in the house. And the next day, you can join Renee for a cacao ceremony and drink some sacred chocolate. Get a hug from the grandmother, ancestral energy. It's all kinds of good stuff happening at where? A center, not the center, but a center for spiritual living that happens to be located in Simi Valley. This is our vision. This is our mission. This is how we do it. This is how we say it and how we spell it out to the world. Let's do something different. Stand up today. Let's say it's standing up. Let's practice it with some deeper energy, okay? Here we are. You ready? We're community, inclusive, loving, and authentic. We celebrate all paths to God in gratitude, empowering self and others. We serve compassionately through outreach, inspiration, and education. That's who we are. That's why we're here. And here's what we do. Elaine, kick us off with some prayer, dear.
Yes, thank you. Good morning. I will kick off this season for nonviolence with a prayer for peace. There is only one divine mind, one divine source expressing as each and every one of us. And I know that one quality of the divine is peace. And that I am one with this divine, and so peace resides within me. I celebrate this season of nonviolence by generating that peace in me and emanating it out into the world. I'm so grateful for the peace that is always available to me. It is my choice, and I choose peace. I choose peace in my home. I choose peace in this community. I choose peace in my own mind. Being aware of my thinking that is anything other than peace. I release this word into the law where I know it is already so, and so it is.
And so it is. We welcome Karie. Karie standing in for Sherry Feeds, who's all doing what she does when she's not here. But she got Karie here, and that's what matters. Kick that off with some song. Stand up and
Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, Spirit of God is upon me. Oh,
Wait for it. Okay. Hello, cosmic kids. Of all ages. This is Cindy Joy, your captain speaking. This is the season for nonviolence, and you're going to be hearing that a lot. It is my very favorite season and should be, in my opinion, the only season. And three of my favorite heroes who stood for peace were Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, and our very own Dr. Ernest Holmes. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream. He had a dream that everybody would be treated the same. And Mahatma Gandhi, took that dream a little deeper when he said, be the change that you want to see in this world. And he also said, my life is my message. And Dr. Ernest Holmes, he made it a little more, he was more specific when he said, change your thoughts, change your life. This is what I want to talk about. I'm ready. Who's ready to blast off with me, Cosmic Kids? Let's go!
So we kick off the season for nonviolence. They put out a booklet with like themes for each day to think about. And day one is courage. And the quote from Eleanor Roosevelt is, you must do the things you think you cannot do. So courage, usually you think of courage as, I have a fear and I'm going to overcome my fear. And that's a good thing to do. So I like to think of it as, do you have the courage to look at your judgments that keep you perhaps from acting the way you'd like to act? For example, in the season of nonviolence, there's been a discussion in Centers for Spiritual Living about reaching out into the world to bring the teaching out into the world. It's very easy, and this has been the teaching for many years, change my thinking, change my life, you could change the world, but that's very solitary, and you sit in a corner and you think, I just change myself and I don't have to do anything else. Well, there's nothing that says that you have to, but Centers for Spiritual Living has decided that we do want to engage in the world more and bring our teaching out that way. And I found in myself, sometimes it isn't fear so much that holds me back, but sometimes my own judgments. And that's how you could use science of mind, examine your thinking and your judgments. For example, I found that I was very judgmental of other people. This was a few years ago, and I wanted to change that. I stumbled across a book called Judgment Detox. I think it was Gabrielle Bernstein. And I read the book, and I learned that underneath all of those layers of thinking, oh, this is no good, or that's no good, that person, such and such, it was a judgment of myself, deep judgment of myself. And then it became, to get rid of the judgment, I had to love myself. And so maybe it's the courage to look at your judgment. So how did that affect me in the season of nonviolence? To me, walking past a hungry person on the street, that's kind of an act of violence. But then somebody might say, Elaine, but if I give that guy money, he's going to go buy drugs. Well, there's other things you can do. You can buy him a hamburger, or you can give money to, or give your time to the Samaritan Center. So there's ways that you can overcome your own judgments that keep you from reaching out and helping other people. And so I invite you, maybe for this week, to think about your own judgments and have the courage to confront them, and think of how you can change your thinking, change your judgments, and that way you can change yourself and change the world. Thank you.
bridges I've burned. I am leaving the darkness into a brighter day. Through the pain and the anguish, finding a better way. Let it go, let it go, let it go before it pulls me under. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Oh, let it go, let it go. Open to a world of wonder. Let it go, let it go, let it go. I'm releasing the past now, moving into the flow. No more trying to hold on to things I need to let go. I am shifting my focus, moving forward with grace. All is right in this moment. I am in sacred space. Let it go, let it go, let it go before it pulls me under. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Oh, let it go, let it go. Open to a world of wonder. Let it go, let it go. Bye.
So now is the time for our gap meditation. The gap is the God awareness place, the space in between your thoughts where you can be in contact with your source, with the light at the center of your being. This will be 3 minutes, and Karie will time us and play us out. And so we begin. Thank you. Thank you, Karie. Thank you for sharing this time in meditation, and I invite you to build your own meditation practice. You can see how 3 minutes is really a powerful amount of time. You can do it several times during the day. It's short and easy, and it will change your life. Thank you.
Step into the future, a quick glance behind, living in the present with an open mind. In my soul, I am whole. I know life's divine, grounded here, Love is near this beautiful design. I will rest with a quiet mind. I know I'm enough now. I have all I need. My heart knows the answers, listening as it speaks. In my soul, I am whole. I know life's divine. Grounded here, love is near this beautiful design. I will rest with a quiet mind. I will rest with a quiet mind. Peaceful in the present. This is what I believe. When I trust the process, I'm open to receive. In my soul, I am whole. I know life's divine. Grounded here, love is near this beautiful design. I will rest with a quiet mind. I will rest with a quiet mind. Sing that with me. I will rest with a quiet mind. One more time. I will rest with a quiet mind.
Okay, y'all, this is one of those times. Rest in the quiet mind. Rest.
I will rest with a quiet mind. I will rest with a quiet mind. I will rest with a quiet mind. I will rest with a quiet mind.
Just rest. Just rest. Beautiful. You want to love Karie up? Buy some of her stuff later. Stepping into 2024. Thought I'd close out the month, beginning of the month. It's beginning of the new year, right? And how perfect. It's also the beginning of the lunar new year. How right is that? Now, with the season for nonviolence honoring, we don't have the affirmation at the top of the service, so I thought I would just read it for you now so you can kind of follow that. That kind of anchors the talk somewhat. I pulled them together, and the affirmation for today is rejoicing in hello, a tad fearful of goodbye, my comfort rests in a conscious awareness that life is divine. Rejoicing in hello, a tad fearful of goodbye, my comfort rests in a conscious awareness that life is divine. Rest in the quiet mind. I like how you did that. Did you do that on purpose? I know. Karie is so tuned in with my talks. So, here we are, coming near the end of the month. Do all this great celebrating. We watch the ball fall. We do the different cities. I don't know if you guys do that, but that's what we do in our house. We start on the East Coast. We celebrate New Year's all the way until we get to my cousin in Hawaii, and it's just wonderful, right? And this process of moving into the new year is also one of those processes that allows us to express the divine life in a wonderful way. This is where we think about and we go about the action of making changes in our lives. We say hello. And that sometimes that hello we're saying hello to is a little held back because we're so comfortable in what we're leaving that we're a little fearful of saying goodbye. But the reality is, stuff is going to change. Things come and go. Creation is forever going on. Change is an ongoing activity. The spiritual process, this thing called life that we're a part of, just doesn't know. I think that God has ADD. It just cannot stop changing stuff all the time. And we, being the expression of that, we get to be a little OCD about the ADD of God, right? And have to travel through this process of life, you know? And then it's like, you know, change is happening, but it's not always transformational. The change that happens in our lives does not always leave us walking on water, floating in the clouds. Oh, you know. So that's when we get to apply a little grace to what's happening. I'm a big proponent of grace. I look for grace in the science of mind all the time because we came up with this, the God places its grace upon us, the grace of Jesus taking our sins away. We have an old-fashioned idea around grace, but there is something in change your thinking, change your life that is very graceful. There's something graceful about the idea of the eternal forever birthing new things. So whatever experience we're going through, if the change that comes about does not transform our lives, that's okay. Think a change in your thinking and your life will change. That is science of mind grace. That's God showing up, pouring its goodness into our life with a little bit of encouragement. The encouragement may be like, you know, you've seen this before and it doesn't feel good, so maybe you should try something different again. It may be that kind of encouragement, or it may be just that spark of this feels a little different. Like when you're making a sauce and you taste it and you go, this is pretty good, but maybe just a little more paprika. You know, maybe just a sprinkle more salt. Or how about some of that pepper? Boom. And then it's perfect. That's the encouragement that the universe is giving to us all the time and allowing us to give ourselves a little self-forgiveness that we didn't transform and become the Buddha, you know, that we didn't transform and walk on water. And we've got chances as we listen, as we quiet our mind and listen. As we quiet our mind and begin to let something go, as we become available and open to the change, not so attached to where we've been that we can be open to where we're about to go, where we're going to step into. And that takes some belief in this power that is greater than you are that you can use. I'm pointing not at Bob or at Linda, but at the Dr. Holmes back on the back wall there. Go check him out. He's got a message for you, right? Sometimes it's hard to trust. It's sometimes hard to trust this stuff that's happening to us. I'm in a moment of trust right now. I told you last week I didn't have an iPad, right? So I got it this week. I zoomed in so I could see the stuff. And then I looked at the arrow, and the arrow that goes next is pointing down. You know what that tells me? I started at the end of my talk. How cool is that? So I'm going to trust, make myself available, listen to the divine inspiration that has said, that's where we're going to start. And it's so, I love that. And then as I go back to the beginning, it starts with Heraclitus, who says you cannot step into the same river twice. So when I get back around to where I began, which was the beginning, but is actually the end, it's going to be okay because it's going to be a new river. Boom! I love this stuff. Yeah, God is good. Oh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. You know, Dr. Holmes loves the Bible. He loved the Bible. He liked the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads. He enjoyed the Quran, but he loved the Bible. And what he took from that first phrase, in the beginning, heaven and earth. In the beginning, not a time where stuff began, not the source of all. No, in the beginning is a reference to a process. It's that eternal creation ever going on. That's the beginning, the continual manifestation of spirit into experience. It cannot stop. We can't stop thinking. Try to stop thinking. Have you ever tried to stop thinking? My God, talk about not being able to rest in the quiet space. That's the one where you cannot rest in the quiet space. We are going to think. But sometimes a think can be awareness of our thinking, and in that we can sometimes get quiet and allow that creative mind to continue to express through us, because it's always looking for something to do, and it's going to do it by means of us. See, we use our spiritual conviction to be informed by that creative power, to allow that creative power to infuse us with the energy to move forward into that greater yet to be. And without it, we're better with that energy than we are without that energy. So we get to the begin. Begin is like, hello, 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 that's the seed. And the end is the goodbye, that's the form. The idea has come into expression, hello, and then it forms into something, and now we're goodbye, we're off to our next thing. And that's what Dr. Holmes is saying in this wonderful quote. Creation and experience are eternally going on. But any particular experience, air quotes when there's actually a quote to be air quoted, creation and experience are eternally going on, but any particular experience is measured by time and has a beginning and an end. That's just the way it works in the physical space. In the physical space. This is what we experience in the gap. We go into the gap, you listen for the end of a thought, you feel the gap, and then another thought comes along. Experience, beginning, and end. And we get to choose whether we're going to be rejoicing in that new arrival or we're going to be fearful of what we're letting go as we move into it. You know, these changes occur as kind of, in some ways, little itty-bitty funerals, sort of small memorials in our lives. Like you get the job, and the job comes to an end. That's a little bit of a death right there. You got to say goodbye to those people. You may not ever see them again. You think they're friends until you leave the job, and then you realize, oh, they were just associates, you know. In the love, you fall in love. It's all beautiful. Then the hormones go away. And then it becomes habitual. Then the habit goes away. Or the habit becomes so big, like, do you really have to squeeze the toothpaste right there? Really? Like that? You know, and suddenly, what do you mean? I didn't look at you like that. I didn't have that look on my face. The next thing you know, it's not your love anymore. It's a funeral. It's a goodbye. Or you go to that seminar, and you're transformed, and your sense of self has become something new. Again, it's a funeral, it's a goodbye. But it's a birth, too. It's hello. It's hello to a challenge of a new job. It's hello to the opportunity of building romance again in another relationship. It's the opportunity to find a little bit of serenity because you've left a problem that's no longer bothering you now, and you've birthed into something new. Why are we fearful of the goodbye? It's going to bring a wonderful new hello as we get more confidence and assuredness in our lives. And it can be weird. There was this guy who had a friend who was starting a new business, and he decided to send the friend flowers. So he calls the florist. He said, yeah. Good. Okay, yeah, I went on there. Yeah, and then put that on the thing. Yeah, I like that. That's great. Okay, good. Then he goes to the event the next day, and he's looking around, and he doesn't see his flowers. But strangely enough, there's a funeral wreath there. It says, rest in peace. And its name is on the card. Oh, no. So he calls the florist back. Dude, he says, hey, it's okay. It's a new business. He can, business bring a lot of stress. So maybe he does need to rest a little bit in peace. It's okay. Let it go. And think of this. Somewhere in the city at a funeral, there's a flower bouquet that says, good luck in your new location. It's kind of like starting your talk at the end and finding out you really need to be at the beginning. Good luck in your new location. Rest in peace. It's okay. Lao Tzu says it so well. He says that new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. New beginnings often disguised as painful endings. But hopefully, after this morning, your painful ending will be followed up with a hello, this is okay. I'm going to step into this fully. It's going to be just fine because you now have a conscious awareness of this process, a conscious awareness of the linkage, of the complementary aspect of hello and goodbye. And so maybe from this we can let go of some of the suffering and pain that comes with those goodbyes. Because suffering and pain, as Dr. Holmes tells us, is not God ordained. See, the universal intelligence is imbued with goodness. And since we are expressions of the universal intelligence, then we are imbued with goodness. Since everything that happens, every particular experience in our life is an emanation of that same creative spirit and that same creative principle, then those experiences are imbued with goodness as we avail ourselves, listen, stop, and be aware and take a conscious awareness of what is happening. And that is the key to the end of our suffering, to remember that the hello is a good thing. And even the goodbye is a good thing, even when it's disguised in a painful ending. See, our inherited pattern is spiritual perfection. Spiritual perfection. It doesn't mean it's the IKEA, remember the IKEA principle. You go to IKEA, you buy the bookshelf, you put the bookshelf together, there's still 3 screws left in your hand, right? The box is perfect. The expression, maybe not. The books are still hanging up on the shelf and it hasn't fallen down. What are these screws for? I don't know. That's still perfection, right? We will get there. And where we are, as we are, and within us is this idea, this spiritual perfection unfolding. And so therein is the reason for sometimes the goodbye, so we can get into the hello. The goodbye is, hey, I found a place for one of those screws. And the hello is, put the screw here. This is the process of life moving forward. That's what we get to do. But we resist it. We resist it. We medicate ourselves like crazy because we don't want the change. Change is coming. It's screaming at you. It's saying, get it. It's coming in the mail. First, the envelope comes and it's just a regular letter. And then the next time it comes in a yellow envelope. And then it comes with a window in it and there's a pink piece of paper inside of it. And then you finally open it up and it's like, oh, I have some money that the state has been holding for me? I had no idea. I was afraid of the pink envelope, Or the desire is there. You wake up in the morning and you're filled with inspiration, but you just can't deal with it. So you drink your coffee and you start scrolling through Facebook or Instagram. You're just scrolling. Forget, resist, medicate. That's painful endings. But it's really disguised in a wonderful beginning. Stop scrolling. Open the letter. Or maybe you're having dinner with Judge Judy once again. Turn it off. Go do the thing. How many people, especially as we get more into our golden years, into the beautiful second half of life where we're building so much character. This is just the way I am. This is the way I've always been. That's the way I'm going to be. Take it or leave it. This is me, damn it. No. Why? You're part of the divine emanation of spirit. Creation is ever going on. That includes you. Do not retard the flow of divine energy. Let it move through you. Don't be fixed. You can have a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Fixed mindset, this is me. This is how I am. I'm not going to change. Growth mindset, yeah, that was me. That could be different. Maybe I should change. Maybe I could change. I think I will change. Ooh, I like change. Do we want to be in the growth mindset or the fixed mindset? Spirit has put into us a growth mindset. When we live in a fixed mindset, we have retarded the spiritual energy. We are stuck, we're stagnant, and we are holding back the divine flow. And the divine flow is big. It's bigger than Hoover Dam. It will crack you open at some point. Allow it to happen as opposed to bursting into experience. And I found this acronym for change. Change. A chance to have a new experience, a new God experience. Chance to have a new God experience. Change. Give yourself a chance to have a new God experience. Kate Bowler in this book I've been loving so much. Good enough, 40-ish devotional, inspirational words. She says, we can change, and we do. We flex, and we grow. We fall back. We bounce forward. But we are not simply the aggregate of whatever we have been. The aggregate of whatever we have been prepares us for what we are about to become, for that we can be. All your experiences, all your painful endings, all your small funerals, all your sweet hellos that have now become goodbyes, all of that is what prepares us to flex and grow and bounce into the next experience of life. How sweet is that? We got a power in us that is so wonderful, we get to use it. And we use it as we express the divine life. as we think about the change as hellos and goodbyes that are necessary for our experience, as we listen, as we become available, as we trust. Paul Coelho says it in a lovely way. If you are brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. What are you willing to say hello to? Or better yet, what are you willing to be surprised about your being able to say hello to? Because it's really sweet that we have goals and inspirations and aspirations that we can use our aggregate space that we've been in to move into what we think is next and right. But one of the things that we do, and a practitioner in a prayer may say this to you all the time, when you come in there and you say, I really want X, Y, and Z, and they'll say, and so has, and Greg has X, Y, and Z as his experience of life, or something better, or something better, something larger. Because we are finite. We are those aggregate experiences, but there's stuff beyond that experience that we don't know that the aggregate experiences have prepared us for. You are prepared for something greater than you can even imagine, which is why we talk so much about spiritual practice, why we talk so much about listening and being open and available, because there's more available to us than we can actually hold in our conscious mind. And you can talk to all the neurologists and neurophysicists, and they will tell you that when we think of stuff and we think we know what reality is, we don't. It's too much flying at us, so we just render pieces of it and then decide what the pieces look like and fill in the gaps in between, which is why, in court, the witness says she was wearing a plaid jacket. And the other one says, no, it was striped. And the guy said, it was polka dot. And they were all right because it was a plaid jacket with a polka dot shirt and a striped pants. But, this is how this stuff, that is kind of like the shirt, isn't it? Yeah, that's how this shows up. So we have this wonderful opportunity before us. If we can just be brave enough, particularly those goodbyes that were just it feels so hard to let this go, But if you want to know how much you've let go look in an old junk drawer. Look through or pull out an old journal and start thumbing through that, and you'll see how much you've already let go of and stepped into your newness already. And if you could let go of some of those things, go and clean out your garage. There's stuff in your garage that you have not seen in years. Didn't even know you were missing it. This is all in the past. And in the future, there's stuff that you don't even know that you won't need in your next future. Let that come into your experience. That is the beauty of having the joy of stepping into not just 2024, but stepping into your new and greater, more yet to be. And so it is. Okay, so here we are. Together? Ready? Rejoicing in hello. A tad fearful of goodbye, my comfort rests in a conscious awareness that life is divine. Life is divine. Can you live in that space of promise? Can you accept that truth as your truth? And if your body says no, that's okay, because the seed has been planted and it will unfold as the reality of your experience. Let's pray about that. So as we step into this moment of revelation, as we allow divine inspiration to meld with our aspiration to become our demonstration, we recognize the power and the presence of which we are a part. Breathing in, I know I am taking in the breath of God. Breathing out, I smile, knowing that this moment is a wonderful moment. It's a moment of stepping into my greater yet to be. It is the moment of inspiration into my changing activity. It is a moment of my aggregate becoming my greater yet to unfold. And I allow that to happen in my relationships. I allow that to happen in my workspace. I allow that to happen in my physical being, in my earth suit, as I develop a more healthy way of moving through the planet, as I develop a more healthy way of living with the planet, as I develop a more healthy way of living with the expressions on the planet. I know I do so under the infusion and the impulsion of love. So as I step further into this season of nonviolence, I take a sweet, careful, peaceful, nonviolent walk into my future. I let go of what has not served me in the past. I let go of what I have been resistant to, and I step into what allows me to live in the bright sunshine of the Spirit. It feels oh so good. So good that I am filled with a sense of gratitude and well-being and thanksgiving for a power and a presence that operates as love through law to become the form, the experience, the expression of my life as good and very good, here and now. And so it is. Mm-hmm. Thank you for this time. So lovely. As you read those on the screen, you know what those are. I want to just do a shout out to the wonderful students of our classes who decided to step into a practitioner symposium yesterday at the Redondo Beach Church. And you know who you are. I won't call you out, but it was really great to see folks that are taking classes and then we're standing with just like with licensed practitioners who think they know what they're doing. And these students who are standing there like, yeah, we got this too. Because we are all practitioners of the Spirit. All of us. Some have a license, but we are all practitioners of this thing called the science of mind and spirit. And one of the ways that we support this is through these forms of giving. And another way we support it is by living this affirmation of abundance and practicing that in our lives on a daily basis. And it's so wonderful because it's all impulsions of love. Let's do it right here. Ready? Divine love is doing its perfect work here and now. Divine love harmonizes. Divine love adjusts. Divine love prospers. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides every good thing for the world, Center for Spiritual Living, Simi Valley, and me now. Divine love prevails. Thank you, ushers, for your service. Karie, thank you for the music you're going to be playing under these wonderful calendar of events. All kinds of good stuff happening at CSL Simi Valley.
I gratefully receive these gifts in the name of CSL Simi Valley. I know that they grow this community and our consciousness. I release these words into the law where I know they are so, and so it is.
Driving, got the wind in my face. Music's cranked up, getting out of this place. Driving by the side of the line, just driving, the destination in mind. Cruising, interstate 10. I'm looking at my life, where I have been. Moving into the flow, gonna follow my heart wherever it goes. And these roads lined with nothing but tumbleweeds. It's time for a change of scenery. What lies ahead remains a mystery. Still I'm driving, driving, driving to better news. Driving, driving, driving my way through these blues. For 2 days, Interstate 5, I'm starting to feel I'm coming alive. Heading north to the south, feeling so free, like I busted out. And this road stretches in front of me, a road of possibilities. What lies ahead must be what's meant to be. 'Cause I'm driving, driving, driving to better news. Driving, driving, driving my way through these blues. I'm ready to build a new dream. I'm gonna find me a bridge, cross over that stream, making a change. Gonna see where it leads. Open that door, 'cause I got the key. And these roads become a friend to me. There's hope coming alive in me. Gonna write me a new history. 'Cause I'm driving, driving, driving to better news. Driving, driving, driving my way through these blues. Yeah, I'm driving, driving, driving to better news. Driving, driving, driving my way through these blues. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, lovely. Oh my goodness. I just want to say thank you to all of you for making my job one of the best jobs in the whole world. Where's Costa? He's probably out doing something. Can't even be here to be thanked. He's so busy being a volunteer. So when you say Costa, just thank him. Right? Give him a big hug. He loves hugs. And also Becca and Linda, thank you so much for your support. Ron, for stage. Although, did you do stage? What did you do today? Oh, that's right. You set a chair up for meditation, and you did the healing prayer at the top of the service this morning for the service team. Wonderful for that. Thank you, Gregory. Oh, by the way, Gregory, we found the 5th dolly, and it's sitting on top of the other dollies. Go fix them. He's always fixing stuff. I love that. John, the gift on the slides. Thank you so much. All right. And Karie, it's wonderful to have you here. And I know that we're not sure whether you're going to be able to make the Jam and Jubilee, but I know you'll make an appearance at the Jam and Jubilee some kind of way. But these guys, now Steve and Bob and Randy, first off, and Elaine, that first song, what was that song called? What was it called? Your first song.
Oh, Let It Go?
Let It Go. The band, I mean, the song was wonderful, no doubt.
Thank you.
But the band, like Randy's,
Give it up for the
Randy's
band.
your drum beat in there, and Steve's fill in with Steve, and the bottom with Bob. It was just beautiful. And then Elaine coming in with her choral piece. That song, I was floating. That was a lovely song.
When they bring in some good music, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That's the way it works.
Well done. He's good. You're gonna come up here and do thank yous one day. I like that.
Pay you later, Randy.
Yeah. But do buy your tickets for the Jam and Jubilee. Darlene is here today. There's Dancing Queen, and she's ready to take your tickets right away. Tony, good work on the sound. Really appreciate that. Cindy Joy, your message for the Cosmic Kid today was beautiful. And the way you address all of us as Cosmic Kids, I love that, because we are, right? Just in big adult suits. Some, yes, Rob, some more than others, Rob. And then thank you, Deb, for your work in the office. We get so much out of that. And Gregory, you're going to go join. Who are you going to join? Oh, Rob, in the office later. And Lena, thank you so much. And Lillian, and for Costa, always, for our fellowship after service. Good stuff for that. A few things to tidy house, a little housekeeping. I'm really excited about the visioning class. So if you haven't signed up for the visioning class, please do. If you've not taken any classes before, don't worry about it. For this class, I've waived the prerequisite of foundations, which is really an easy way for me to get you to sign up for 2 classes at once, because at some point you will need to do foundations. But hey, won't worry about that. Come do the visioning class with us. We start on February 6th. Exactly. I'm so glad you guys know the dates, because if it doesn't, until my calendar goes bing, I don't know. Oh, it's up there. Playing catch with the divine. That's so fun. All righty, and I know there's one other thing I want to remind you about. So some of you get on such a high after Sunday service. I know that high. I have it every Sunday, that you leave stuff behind, and then it just piles up in the office. And we keep waiting for you to remember that you forgot it. If you've forgotten anything, or if you just want to go shopping for stuff that's not yours. Darlene has put all of the lost and found stuff on the counter in the classroom. So head over to the counter in the classroom. If you've been wanting a water bottle and you don't want to go to Costco, we might have one for you waiting back there. If you wear 175s, they may be back there waiting for you. So go on back and see what's out there in the lost and found. And if it doesn't get taken today, we're going to give it all to the Samaritan Center. So there you go. That takes care of that. Elaine, come up. Tell us what's happening in the world of practitionering and any other things you want to share about.
We have a prayer box out in the lobby, and that's always available. You can write your prayer requests, and we do get them. They're emailed to all the ministers and practitioners, and we do pray for that. And I will be available afterwards, standing right over there if you want a prayer. And I just want to invite people to consider the classes to become practitioners. I really, it was such a journey for me, and it's not about just being up here, it's about the growth that happens within you.
Yes, ma'am.
And I recommend it to everybody. I know a lot of people have taken classes and don't want to do the practitioner, but consider it, and I guarantee you won't regret it.
Well said. Absolutely. It's the best shift in my life I've ever experienced. The most wonderful hello. All right, let's all stand, do our closing benediction, and then we'll sing. All right. Wonderful. I'm at home in the heart of God. My life is anchored in truth. I can never be separate. I live in the consciousness of peace. I release all fear. I am living love.
God is doing something wonderful, I see.
got some good stuff coming up.
That was cool. That was cool.
Driving, got the wind in my face. Music crank up, getting out of this place. Driving, my side of the line. Just driving, the destination in mind. Cruising, interstate 10. I'm thinking about where I've been. Moving into the flow of my heart, wherever it goes. And this road, climbing nothing but tumbleweeds. It's time for a change of scenery. What lies ahead remains a mystery. Still I'm driving, driving, driving to better news. Driving, driving, driving my way through these blues. Yeah, I'm driving, driving, driving to better news. Driving, driving, driving my way through these blues. Take it on, boys.
That included the bass solo at the end. I certainly hope so.
The meditation starts at 10. Show starts at 10:30. Yeah. So it's an hour. It's good.
Well, I didn't know that. I always thought it started at 10, and that's when we started. You told me it started at 10:30.
Oh, we could have done this sooner.